But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Samantha. Would love to have you in the fam, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today's video is going to be all about ranking the main course album from the Bee Gees. It has been 50 years since this album came out. It is insane to know that 1975 was that many years ago. I think it's super cool to know that the Bee Gees music continues to live on. And of course, we continue to embrace the music and show the world how amazing it is. So with that being said, guys, let's jump right in. Okay, so as always, I created myself a little list. And again, I love every single song on this album. So this is just kind of my, obviously, personal opinion on how I would put the songs like in a ranking from my favorite to least favorite. And just know that the ones that are the more popular songs, it's not that I don't like them, it's just I listen to them a lot, but y'all will see as we go. So, number 1 is Edge of the Universe. This song has been stuck in my head for years on end. I have always listened to this song. It's always been one of my go-to songs and one of the songs that I always go back to. I just think it's super different that the way this song is, I guess the way that the song is, I suppose. And I just think it's super cool because if you think about that song versus Jive Talking, totally different vibes. So I think that's super cool. Next up is Wind of Change. Now, nobody ever talks about Wind of Change, I don't really think. I feel like more as the Bee Gees music comes back around and like their kiddos and stuff keep their music alive and stuff. Alongside Barry still doing a lot of promotion for the Bee Gees, Wind of Change is one of those songs that just pops right back out. And it's such a different vibe for the way it was written and the way it was recorded as well. Moving on over to Country Lanes. I don't have too much to say about Country Lanes except for the fact that I love the song. A lot of these songs I don't really know how to like go into detail talking about how much I love them. It's just all these songs are different vibes, different like fills and stuff. So given the way that the songs were recorded, it gives every single song like a pretty much different vibe than other songs on the album. And this album also was one of their like turning points in their music career as well, because right after this is when Saturday Night Fever started and all that good jazz. And I mean, I don't want to get into the Saturday Night Fever thing because I know they didn't really like the Fever when they were considered disco. But again, some of these songs are considered disco in a way, even though they considered them R&B. It's just how the public considered them to be disco, and they didn't like the idea of that as soon as the disco tragedy and everything else went along. Next up is Come On Over. I don't remember which track on the album this is, because like, I don't have them in the right order of track. Come On Over is another good song. I am obsessed with this one as well. Again, I feel like the main course album is one that gets a lot of love, but then also not a lot of love at the same time. So it's kind of just like your personal opinion for how you see the songs and what kind of music you're into when it comes to the Bee Gees, because not only is their main course, but again, all those different albums that they released over the, like, from, like, the not early 60s, but, like, 67 to literally 2001, they were releasing albums off and on throughout the years. They did, of course, go into, like, some silent periods because of the fact that they were trying to redo their image and be seen differently, especially after that Fever era when they came back with Living Eyes, and then they disappeared again for a bit of time till their next albums. So again, just changing their image as they went along, I feel like did definitely help them as a group. And like they always said, though, as if they weren't brothers, they didn't think that they would probably stay together as long as they did, given the fact that they stayed together all the way to 2001. And of course, after, like, I mean, 2001 wasn't exactly when they, like, stopped recording together, but because obviously Morris passed away in 2003, that's kind of like when the last studio album of 2001 came out. Next up is Jive Talking. Now, if you have not heard this story about how Jive Talking came to be, it was all about when they were driving in their car. I don't know if it was a car, actually. It was some kind of vehicle. I can't remember if it was a car exactly. I think it was. And if y'all just Google the story of Jive Talking and stuff, it's an interesting story as well. Because also in an interview, Morris talks about how they found out what Jive Talking actually means, which means, like, telling me lies. I'm not going to personally get into that, but if y'all just Google the story behind Jive Talking, Maurice Gibb, or something like that, it should pop up. And I just love Jive Talking. I feel like you can never go wrong with Jive Talking, so that's one of their absolute best songs, I guess a lot of people would say. But yeah, go listen to Jive Talking. Next up is Fanny Be Tender With My Love. Now, this song, I remember reading or hearing in an interview that they just needed a random name for a song. I think they said it was their housekeeper. That's where Fanny came from. And that's how Fanny Be Tender With My Love came to be. So I feel like, again, this is such a different song in comparison to the way they did Jive Talking. Those songs are definitely different vibes when it comes to, like, the actual sound of the song and the music behind it and all that good jazz. Next up, another one of everyone's favorites is Nights on Broadway. So blaming it all on the nights on Broadway. Singing then straight to my hot sound. Anyways, I can't sing as I sing in every single one of these videos. But that song just gets stuck in your head so easily that it's one of those feel-good songs, I guess you could say, because I feel like a lot of people, if they talk about the Bee Gees, they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of Nights on Broadway, or like, I've heard of Jive Talking. Of course, the Main Course album was probably one of the more popular albums, which is when it was the turning point for their music, so it kind of makes sense if you really think about it. Next up is Baby As You Turn Away. Now, again, I don't really hear many people talk about the song much, given, of course, it is one of those songs that's, like, more underrated as well. Like, as we talk about all the time on this channel, the underrated songs, in comparison to the more popular songs, Baby As You Turn Away is coming in at number 8. Number 9 is Songbird. I think Songbird is a really good song, but again, it doesn't get played enough. It's just got that different feel and that different vibe to it in comparison, again, to Jive Talking. And number 10 is All This Making Love. So there's 10 tracks on the Main Course album. That is how I ranked every single song on this album. In my personal opinion, again, my opinion is different than everyone else's. So I do want to know your guys' favorite song off of the Main Course album. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below and tell me what your favorite song from Main Course is. Or if you don't have a favorite song off of the Main Course album, what is your favorite Bee Gees album in general? I will be doing more rankings of different songs and different albums and all that good jazz. Again, this is a running series on this channel. Now it's a newer series, like, while I rank at the albums. So I think it's going to be a fun new little series that I've been running on this channel. And of course, I'll still be doing my top 10 favorite songs from different artists. I just gotta figure out which artists to be doing next, because I've done a good chunk of my favorites, but again, I need to pull out some of those other artists that I listen to and kind of go through their catalogs and kind of see what my favorite songs are of all time. Because again, it is kind of hard to pick out your favorite songs from certain artists / on these different albums. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching another brand new video on this channel. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future upload. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be next week. So I'll see you guys then. Love you.